Well, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Terminator Dark Fate is going to be opening soft at the domestic box office. Now, domestic box office is the US box office, and I know this is not going to be coming as a surprise to anyone, but I thought I'd do a video on it anyway, because this is what is now coming out. This is what is being projected. This is part and parcel, I guess. You know, we need to talk about these things, and we need to discuss kind of why this is happening. Now, obviously, this is just a projection. It might end up being awesome. Might have awesome word of mouth. May even be saved by the Chinese market, much like Terminator Genesis did. So, who knows? For now, it's all conjecture and projections. But let's get into this. So, this is over on Screen Rant. Terminator Dark Fate is projected for a relatively soft opening at the US box office in November. The Terminator franchise has certainly come a long way since James Cameron's original film hit theatres in '84. Essentially a slasher film with a sci-fi twist. Disagree. Cameron's The Terminator was praised by critics for its innovative approach and covered its $6.4 million price tag. It is amazing to me that films only cost that sort of money. Crazy. This led to Terminator 2 Judgment Day securing a budget in the area of $100 million, transforming the series into the costly juggernaut it is today. That's insanity. How was Terminator made for $6.4 million, and then Terminator 2 had a $100 million price tag? What? You can see how this whole franchise has just spiraled out of control now, can't you? They've just gone, right, it's made some money. Let's just go. Let's pour some cash into it. Terrible decision. Celebrated for its blend of popcorn entertainment and thoughtful sci-fi themes, Judgment Day went on to make more than $500 million at the global box office, which would have been just monumentally high. And for that era, when that came out, that is monumentally high. And it's really telling that Cameron never came back to do any more. Why is it really telling? It made $500 million back then. He knew that the story was done. He knew that there was nowhere to go. He knew he had reached his peak. He knew it. He knew it then, and that's why he never came back. That's why he's not back now. That's why it's Tim Miller that's doing it. So it remains the highest grossing Terminator movie to this day. That's embarrassing, is it not? After the budgets have just gone up and up and up and up and up. That's embarrassing. Now, with the 3 sequels that followed, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, and Terminator Genesis, I know it's Genesis, Jesus Christ, failing to match its performance, either critically or commercially. Again, I repeat, James Cameron knew the franchise was done with T2. He knew it was done. He knew it could not be bested, surpassed. Now comes Dark Fate, a partial reboot that serves as a direct sequel to Judgment Day and ignores the last 3 Terminator films in the hopes of restoring the property to its former glory and setting up a trilogy. Did you not know that they're trying to set up another trilogy? Well, they are, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, it ignores all the other movies. It takes off directly after Judgment Day, kind of, so to speak, and wipes the slate clean. So all those people that love Terminator Genesis, Terminator Salvation, and Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, I know, triggered. You're not going to like this movie. So, according to Box Office Pro, Dark Fate is currently predicted to open with 35 to 45 million at the domestic box office. That's bad. That would be an improvement on the last Terminator film, 2015's Terminator Genesis, which debuted with 27 million stateside. However, it could potentially be a step down from the openings of 2003's Terminator 3 and 2009's Terminator Salvation, 44 million and 42 million respectively. And might not be that much better than Judgment Day's 32 million debut in 91. But the thing is, with Judgment Day, obviously had very strong word of mouth and was a very, very good film. Now, like I said, obviously, projections does not indicate that it will absolutely be a terrible film. But that's not good. That is still not good. Because everything that's come out surrounding this film isn't good. So if it's projected to 35 to 45 million at the box office, with bad word of mouth, this film will tank. If it's bad, it will tank. There's just not the interest here in this property anymore. And there is from fans and things like that. But the general audience doesn't care. The general audience does not... They don't care about Arnold Schwarzenegger anymore, as evidenced by his other movies. Linda Hamilton, she's a nobody to the general audience. General audience, she's a nobody. No one cares about these people anymore. And Terminator as a brand has been soured by 3 shockingly bad movies. Personal opinion to one side. So... the general public, they don't have a good, affiliation. There's no goodwill. Terminator has washed up all the goodwill that they had. Now, there are a few factors working in Dark Fate's favour right now. This will be interesting. The film marks Linda Hamilton's long-awaited return as Sarah Connor. I've just disproved that. No one cares about Linda. No one cares. Linda Hamilton, outside of general Terminator fans... no one cares about her. Because she's not in the public eye. She's not an actor that people go, oh, Linda Hamilton, I know who she is. No one knows. Right? You got to remember, we're dealing with this millennial absolute twat of a generation now. They would never have heard of Linda Hamilton. And I know it's shocking. And I know people will go, no, you're talking out your ass. No, they haven't. Don't give them that much credit. They're idiots. And obviously from the first 2 Terminator movies, and reunites her with Arnold Schwarzenegger for the first time since Judgment Day. Now, Cameron's involvement as a producer and co-writer has also been played up in Dark Fate trailers. Yes, it has, but James Cameron has gone on record and said, I never turned up on set. I was never there. Allowing the film to tap into audiences' nostalgia for Cameron's original entries. The thing is, right, all of these things in this film's favour... is only for the fans. No one is watching the trailers, really, that is not a fan. Not many people, anyway. Again, we're talking wide populace here. Not many people. Linda Hamilton returning, no one cares about her. General populace. James Cameron coming back, nostalgia, strings. Again, only the fans really care. So it's not really... And you've got the fans' money anyway. All the fans are going to be watching this film. So not really things which are going well for it. Now... we get on to the other parts which they say, which I'm surprised they didn't mention this. Meanwhile, casual moviegoers might be a bit confused about how Dark Fate fits into the rest of the Terminator continuity and everything else. But that's the other big thing. They're going to look at this and go, well, what was the last 3 films then? With a budget estimated at $160 to $200 million. $200 million is probably more likely. Dark Fate may need a strong international turnout to make it profitable. May 35 to 45 million dollars it is projected for its opening weekend. It will have to have a strong international turnout to make it profitable. Fortunately, its prospects are looking brighter in that regard. Genesis is one of a number of recent tentpoles that disappointed domestically, only to make the vast majority of its money across the pond, grossing 4/5 of its $441 million total overseas. Yes, it did. But where's its sequel? Where is its sequel? Just because this will do potentially well overseas does not mean that it will do well and make money. No way in hell. Alita Battle Angel performed very similarly earlier this year, but again, that was a good film. And it says how much, which goes to show how much Paul Cameron's name has around the world. No! It had nothing to do with Cameron's name. Alita Battle... Don't downplay the fact that Alita Battle Angel was actually a really, really good film. Again, personal opinion to one side. The vast majority of people loved that film. It's got nothing to do with Cameron's name. People go to watch it because it was a good film. The thing everyone needs to remember is that Cameron doesn't matter. Terminator as a brand doesn't matter. They've got the fans' money. They'll go watch the film. But if it's crap, which all the leaks suggest it's going to be, again, it might not be. It will not make money. Because it's crap. And even if it makes money overseas in China, even if this is predominantly US, well, it is Western-based studios, they don't have a good stake in China. They will not be getting much money from that, which is why, one of the reasons, we've not seen a sequel to Terminator Genisys. So there you go. I thought I'd run this down. I thought we would talk through this together. What do you think? What do you think? Now, I would love Terminator Dark Fate to open up, and I would love it to be a great film. Likelihood of that happening is quite slim. Again, 35 to 45 million. That's bad. That's embarrassing. They should be ashamed of themselves at that point, and they should just put it to rest. You know, at this point, what else are you going to do to bring new members into the fold to watch this film? Linda Hamilton, if it doesn't work, Linda Hamilton, she's never going to come back. No one's going to give a shit about that. Arnold Schwarzenegger, no one gives a crap about him anymore. Again, you got to remember, like, what are they going to do to pull people into the franchise? Because you're using everything. Everything's being used at this point. How are you going to do it? You can't. You just might as well put it to bed. Just rest the franchise, invent something new. Make a sequel to Alita Battle Angel, for fuck's sake. Everyone wants a sequel to that. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture, movie news, and movie reviews. My It Chapter 2 review is here. And yeah, if you want to support the channel further, Patreon is down below in the description box, as well as underneath every single video, my merch, which is on Teespring. Jokes on You Joker inspired merch is there. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mr. H. Take care.